will, to have a couple of guest speakers with us to help us with this seminar from the other side of the mountains. I used to live in Seattle. I went through a training program there, and I've known Joanne for many, many years. I've known Kathy not as much as I've known Joanne for many, many years. And I think since I don't have a whole biography here of you guys, I'm going to give a brief introduction, and you guys can kind of fill in the blanks. Is that okay with you? Is that, yeah, because Joe said that was okay with you, Kathy. So they did drive over here. They're volunteering really their time. And it's really kind of a miracle that they're here, because I didn't know when we started this that you had to have 6 weeks in advance to get a guest speaker to come to our diocese. I was like, what? And that happened, and so it happened so quickly. It happened so quickly. So. Can everybody hear me? Because I don't, okay, yeah, thank you. I don't think our speaker system works very well. Hello?
Oh. There he is.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Jesus.
Wingman there. Right hand. Wingman. Thank you. All right. So we're going to get, I'm going to get them up here in just a minute. So just to kind of give you nuts and bolts, bathrooms are in the back. As you came in the door there are bathrooms back there. There's coffee, refreshments over here, water, help yourselves. If you feel like you need to get up and walk around, you know, take care of yourself. Take care of your needs. So tonight we end at 8:30, and we're very conscientious of that. People have kind of planned their lives around, you know, you've planned something, and we want to honor that. Father Dan was here earlier. He was going to come up and bless us, but then Father Ecker showed up in the parking lot needing something, so he had to go. He may be back. The priests will be kind of coming and going as they're able. So if they do drop in on us and it's appropriate, we'll ask him to come and say a little welcome. It is Father Dan, he's the pastor here. Tomorrow morning we start at 9 o'clock. You know, 7:30, it's first Saturday. They have reconciliation in the chapel. If you're a member of Holy Family, you probably know that. So you're welcome to, you know, participate in that. Then followed by a Mass at 8:15. And then, of course, we start our seminar here at 9, and we will end, I think, at 3:30. And then, of course, more reconciliation, and then Vigil Mass if you're inclined, if that's your schedule. That's really all I have to say. I don't know who's speaking first. Kathy, are you speaking first?
I'm just giving a brief introduction.
Okay, so I'm going to let Kathy, because I looked at the bio and I looked at some of her videos, and it's like I'd be up here for 30 minutes if I did. So you're just going to do a much better succinct job than I would. So thank you. Let's give them a warm welcome here. So Kathy Moore.
And I'll probably talk for 30 minutes on the introduction. Thank you, Mike. I'm Kathy Moore. I'm from Anacortes, Washington. Some of you here may remember Sister Mary Matthew and Sister Mary Frances. Anyway, after Sister Frances had her stroke, Sister Matthew asked me to be her partner in the ministry. And I was with her for 15 years, and she passed away in 2013. In 2011, she started this retreat at Port Townsend that some of you went to a month ago. And I took over, then Art Hall's had it since the 80s. And when he turned 90 years old, I took over in 2011. And then the last couple of years, I think the last 2 or 3 years, Joanne has been helping me so much with that retreat that she's become the new director of that retreat, because she's been doing almost everything I did. I've been having heart issues the last 2 years, so I've really appreciated her help. After Sister died, St. Joseph Healing Ministry became a nonprofit, and Joanne is the president of the board. Our ministry not only puts on this annual retreat, but we train people to pray with others with more assurance. Catholics sort of need to be trained. It's really good to be intercessors and say, I'll go home and say the rosary for you. I'll say your name at Mass. But to pray with the person and listen to them and hear their heartfelt needs is a very wonderful ministry and much needed. There are a lot of hurting people out there. There's is it Joanne? Juana? Yeah, Juana is going to be starting this prayer group over there at Granger.
We already started it. We're on first quarter, on lesson 3.
Okay, so they've already did a quarter of it already. So
That's even in Spanish right now.
we, yeah, thank you very much for doing that. So it's just wonderful to have you invite us here. We did this 2 years ago. We went over to Spokane and gave a Life in the Spirit seminar. And actually, I was sick ever since, for one thing after another, in the hospital over 20 times in these 2 years. So I hope the same doesn't happen in this retreat. But we'll invite people to your prayer group. We invited this lady to come. She lives in our neighborhood. And so she's been coming way before November. And then WWCCR, Western Washington Catholic Charismatic Renewal, brought a Life in the Spirit seminar to Anacortes. And she came to that. And as a new person, and maybe she's just shy, but she's been very quiet in our prayer group. And in the very beginning, she says, I've never heard any of these songs before. But the last time I went, she was singing them. So it takes a while to learn the songs. So she went to the Life in the Spirit seminar in November. Well,